I added sour cream to the chicken, and that was the best chicken breast I've ever had. Guys, I'm going to start today's recipe by making superficial cuts in 3 chicken breasts, just like I'm showing. I make some straight cuts and then some cuts on the opposite side to the first ones. You will see how delicious this recipe will be. Once you've made chicken like this, you'll want to make it like this every day. Now I'm going to cut 3 cloves of garlic into slices and then into very small pieces, like this. Now I'm going to cut half a red onion. I'm going to cut it into strips and then into very small pieces. I'm also going to cut some parsley, and this is the last ingredient that I'm going to chop. Then just go book everything. Now guys, I'm going to turn on my stove and put a good trickle of olive oil in the pan. I'm also going to put a tablespoon of butter, and I'm going to let this butter melt well, okay? Guys, the butter has completely melted. Now all you have to do is add the chicken breasts that we reserved here, and look how delicious our recipe will be. The smell is already getting wonderful. Now I'm going to season our chicken. All the seasonings are to taste, okay? I'll put some salt. I'm adding 2 teaspoons of salt, but you can add it to taste. The butter will also give the chicken a special flavor, so it doesn't need a lot of salt. I'm also going to add some black pepper. Look how delicious. And now I'm going to wait for it to fry on one side, then I'm going to turn it over to fry the other side of the chicken, and it will be golden and delicious. Guys, my stove is on low heat, alright? The chicken has already been fried on one side, and now I'm going to turn it over to fry the other side. The chicken will take on the flavor of the butter well, and it will be very juicy. Guys, you already fried the other side of the chicken. Now I'm going to remove the chickens from the pan and reserve them on a plate on the side. Guys, here in the same pan I'm going to put a tablespoon of butter and let it melt completely. Melted the butter. Now I'm going to add the garlic that I chopped at the beginning. I'm also going to put the onion that I chopped, and I'm going to mix it well and let it cook a little. Guys, I already sautéed our garlic with the onion. Look how delicious it is. Now I will add 170 milliliters of chicken broth. I'm going to squeeze half a lemon over here. Now I'm going to increase the heat a little to cook these ingredients well. I'll leave it on medium heat. And now I'm going to put the parsley that I chopped earlier. I'm also going to add 200 grams of cream for our sauce to be super creamy and our chicken to be super tasty and juicy. Look how delicious. And if you like this recipe, tell me below so I know. Guys, now just mix and look how easy this recipe is. Very simple, with few ingredients, anyone can make this recipe, and the best part is that it is very delicious and economical. Make it at your house because I'm sure your whole family will love it. I'm going to stir our sauce for a few more seconds. Guys, look how delicious our recipe is getting. Now I took the chicken that we reserved and I'm going to put it here in the pan to finish cooking along with our sauce. The smell is wonderful. Now I'm going to pour the sauce over the chicken breasts with the help of a spoon, like this. Look how delicious. I'm going to lower the heat a little so that the chicken cooks over low heat, and I'm going to keep putting the sauce here on top of the chicken so that it gets the flavor of the seasonings. Now we're going to let the chicken finish cooking here along with the sauce for 5 to 7 minutes, okay? I'm going to cover the pan and let the chicken cook over low heat during that time. I'll be back in a little while to show you the result of this wonderful chicken recipe we're making. Guys, before I finish cooking our chicken, I'm going to grate a little nutmeg over here to give our recipe an even more special touch, alright? The amount of nutmeg is to taste, I like to put a lot. Then just cover the pan and let it finish cooking. And we're going to try this delicious chicken. Guys, our chicken has already cooked and look how delicious it turned out. I'm going to turn off the heat and take a piece for us to try, you'll see how delicious it turned out. Super creamy and juicy. I'm going to take it and put it on a plate, look what a wonderful recipe. Guys, I'm going to put some of the sauce over the chicken on the plate, look how delicious. I'm sure you've never had chicken tastier than this one, look how juicy it was. This sauce has a very special flavor. I'm going to add some straw potatoes to go with our chicken. Just missing some white rice to go with it too, it's delicious. Guys, it's time to try this delicious chicken. I'm going to cut a piece for you to see. Look how well our chicken cooked. It wasn't raw, it was well cooked and super juicy. I'm going to dip a little in the sauce and I'm going to try it. It was delicious. I'll take another piece. Look how wonderful our chicken is. Make it for your next lunch or dinner.